impulses are being redirected. We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles sleep. The movement was begun 8 months ago by a small group of scientists who discovered, quite by accident, these signals being sent through. The poor and the underclass are growing. Racial justice and human rights are non-existent. They have created a repressive society, and we are their unwitting accomplices. Their intention to rule rests with the annihilation of consciousness. We have been lulled into a trance. They have made us indifferent to ourselves, to others. We are focused only on our own gain. Please understand, they are safe as long as they are not discovered. That is their primary method of survival. Keep us asleep, keep us selfish, keep us sedated.
Now, if you haven't watched John Carpenter's They Live, you need to do so. The entire movie is up on YouTube somewhere, so you have no excuse. Much like Idiocracy, it's become a fairly representative example of what's happening today, especially in the media. Now, personally, I don't think it's aliens, but rather AIs. But I'll eventually get around to making my video about the dangers of AI and the impending robot apocalypse. Anyway, on to the meat of this story. CNN, or FNN, whichever you want to call it, is under siege. Even Anonymous has declared war on them. Why? Well, here's a couple clips from Project Veritas that will give you some context as to what's going on behind the scenes. I highly recommend checking out their series on this, where they did about 3 separate videos with a lot more background and a lot more footage.
Why is CNN constantly like, Russia this, Russia that?
Because it's ratings.
Because it's ratings?
Our ratings are incredible right now.
But honestly, you think the whole Russia shit is just like bullshit?
Could be bullshit. I mean, it's mostly bullshit right now. Like, we don't have any big giant proof.
What do you think's going to happen this week? I mean, with the whole Russia thing.
The Russia thing is just a big nothing burger.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think that?
There's nothing there you can do.
And then there's this little gem.
Would it be fair to question the intellect of the American voter?
Oh no, they're stupid as shit. I hate to be this with you.
Is that what they really think of us? Yes. Yes, it is. But wait, there's more. This has been all over, so I'm just going to let Harmful Opinions sum it up.
How CNN Found the Reddit User Behind the Trump Wrestling GIF by Andrew Kaczynski, who used to work for BuzzFeed. Alright, who is it? Who made this clip? The president tweeted out. Did it turn out to be someone important? Is that why this is news? CNN is not publishing Han Asshole Solo's name because he is a private citizen who has issued an extensive statement of apology, showed his remorse by saying he has taken down all his offending posts, and because he said he is not going to repeat this ugly behavior on social media again. In addition, he said his statement could serve as an example to others not to do the same. CNN reserves the right to publish his identity should any of that change.
He has plenty more to say, so I recommend his video as well. But the point is, CNN is so desperate that, over a meme mind you, they are blackmailing an actual human being and threatening to dox him. Where's Feminist Frequency and Anita Starscream now? Oh wait, it's a dude, so they don't give a shit. And is this shit even legal? Well, rather than doing my own research, I'm gonna be lazy and just let Philip DeFranco tell you what he turned up.
Julian Assange, the founder of WikiLeaks, tweeting, CNN just committed a crime violating 135.60 of the New York Criminal Code coercion. Adding, CNN has also appeared to have committed a federal felony violation of 18 U.S. Codes 241 in relation to the First Amendment. And we also had politicians chiming in. Ted Cruz this morning tweeted, troubling. I assume CNN's lawyers are examining theft by extortion. If CNN constructively obtained the gift maker's IP, it's a Georgia crime if they threaten to disseminate any information tending to subject any person to hatred, contempt, or ridicule.
So basically, no, not legal. CNN claims they aren't blackmailing Han asshole Solo, but even if they didn't mean it as a threat, it sure sounded like one. As masters of manipulating the truth and what others say, they should have seen this one coming a mile away. Even the White House is telling people to watch the videos from Project Veritas. People, this is where a good portion of the nation gets their news, and they believe this bullshit. Hell, I don't even watch the news because, well, it's all bullshit and or doesn't fit their narrative. Have you heard much about the rampant violence in Little Rock? Well, the club shooting actually made national news, but the fact that all of the shooters and all of the victims have been black just doesn't fit their agenda, so no, you probably haven't heard about it, unless you're from Arkansas. If just one of the shooters had been white, this stuff would be all over the place. These people are trying to control the way you think, the way you act, what you buy, who you support, who you condemn, and you're letting them. You have become a population of sheep. Russia isn't the threat. They said a long time ago that all they have to do is sit back and watch us destroy ourselves, and thanks to the last decade of polarization, terrorism, blowing some things out of proportion while glossing others over, this country is holding the most tension I have ever seen. I remember when women and black people were fighting just to be able to vote, hold jobs, or enter certain establishments. Now they want to keep everyone else out of their stuff. This is not progression, people. It's regression. And it's all going according to the master plan. Wake up. Like the opening clip stated, they need us to be asleep. Do not fall victim to their bullshit. Do not listen to what they have to say. Do your own research. Don't stay silent. Speak up. You can't stop the signal. Well, I know this was a short one, but I hope you enjoyed or at least learned something from this video. There are hundreds more out there with a lot more detailed information. Please like, subscribe, share, hit me up in the comments, or follow me on Facebook or Twitter at The Kong Abides. And this is the point where I normally tell you to remember to abide, and unless you shouldn't, but this is one of those times when you definitely shouldn't.